we've been dwelling on, which is, do you think this current leader, president, has both the grit, the will, and the appetite for what all Nigerians crave for, which is a better Nigeria? And if you are looking for a definition to a better Nigeria, you can just look at your economic position right now, whether you support the party or you don't. I think this situation we're in transcends political lines, ethnic lines, religious lines. Now we're all hungry, you know? And maybe if we all had food to eat, we're really, really brothers, and that would be clear for the eyes to see. So here we are talking about whether this president, as he has been credited with, has the grit to ask non-performing leaders or ministers to leave office in the event that they fail within 6 months. So I want to get your reaction to that. On the sunny side, you're listening to Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. Welcome to the show.
Um,
Afternoon. Turn up
Good
the volume
afternoon.
of the radio set. Thank you very much for calling. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Austin.
Good afternoon to you, Austin. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah. So while I was listening to you, I was also playing on the internet and I came across a post. I would really like to read it quickly.
Okay.
It says, once you write something that's not right with this administration, APC people will come and be defending APC. Till now, when I still they defend, till now, really. And what got me is the response. Then one was like, we know they defend any APC. We only defend our Yoruba man, just like other tribes does. Another said, someone should just tell me 5 things Atiku and Obi could have done different. I did simply sums up the problem we have as Nigerians. Because really, a question times, what was ever the logic behind those who supported the emergence of the president today? Because take for instance the car situation that just happened recently. I tried to picture if it was someone like Obi in that position. I mean, if for anything he has once been governed, this kind of situation he has also faced it. How did he handle it? First of all, being the minimalist that I know Peter Obi to be, being the type person that I know him to be, he would never have approved those guys buy luxurious vehicles at this point in time in our economy. And speaking of, even if it has to happen, I the Peter Obi that I know would have bought from the Nigerian manufacturer at the very least will help boost the economy.
That's what economically sensible. It's economically sensible to buy naira and buy Nigeria to save the naira.
Exactly.
That's economically sensible.
So it makes no sense when the government goes out to devalue the currency more. Then we, the commoners, they will not tell us to buy Nigerian made, buy this to help with. But you, the government, you go out, you devalue our currency, you put them outside the country. It just doesn't make any logical
Economically.
Coming back to your question, do I think Tinubu would?
I'm saying that he has some courage to the nation.
Yes,
That's what
I actually agree. I mean, the man can do things, but I actually agree that he does have the balls to fire anybody who's not performing, because I think they are in a very, very desperate situation. But the problem is, their desperation, they still don't want to look inward, don't want correction to come from themselves. Rather, someone else do the right thing. Meanwhile, they sit and keep doing the wrong things.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I can afford one conversation. I'm off on a break in 1 minute. Hello, that's on your side.
Hello, good afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon to you. You have 50 seconds, real quick.
Please, the economy is becoming so bad. See, I have eye problems. The drugs that I used, this is Joyce from Eva. The drugs that I used to buy, let's say 4,000. Joyce, it's now 8,000. And you will go from one pharmacist to another. They will tell you out of stock. The foreign exchange is increasing every day.
And affecting
They
businesses,
themselves
yeah.
that are selling these drugs are crying. Where are we heading to? Look at me. I cannot go out.
Pardon me. I must apologize. I'm off on a break right now, okay?
All right.
Please. Lagos will be right back. Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
It's time for EdTech
how to make payment. Once you make payment, just like that, you are in the draws. These draws will be happening on any of these shows. It already happened on WhatsApp Lagos from 11:15 to 11:25 a.m. It will be happening further on Game On from 8:15 to 8:25 p.m. Like I did say before, we will not be having the chat station edition this time around, at least not for today. If the system, however, picks your number, you are the winner. And it is not us that made you a winner. It's a system, like I said before. Make sure you are above the age of 18 because we do not condone under 18 players. And if you are above the age of 18, make sure that you are playing and playing responsibly because these things you need to use your head when you are doing it. That said, terms and conditions do apply. Make sure you pick up your phone and dial *347*8.
With Golden Penny pasta lunch filled with protein and another reason to love it.
The #1 talk station of Lagos.
Join the conversation online or on the go. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM
And Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos.
and watch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Be part of the Info family.
Log on to nigeriainfo.fm on our mobile app and website.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Activate. We are radio active on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's so good to have you with me on the show this afternoon. We're going to allow, say, another 10 minutes to take some commentary. I'll read some messages, and we have to go to the other conversation that we have slated for this afternoon. Welcome to the sunny side. It's a very beautiful Monday here with us, and 0700 993 993 993 and 01465 7190. I have a message from Chris, who's in Ghana at the moment. But just before I read that message, let's go to the telephone lines. Hello, Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. What's your name?
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome. Tell us your name.
Yeah, Jonathan is my name.
Welcome, Jonathan.
Well, Joyce, I've been listening all along as we are talking and conversing with everybody. You know, like I spoke to you last week, our greatest undoing is whatever we do both the woman that is calling, that is complaining for the children, hospital, the man selling drugs, everything is imported. And we will now convert this naira to that high dollar, which is 1,200. By the time the man that is want to sell to all of us out here, you also increase his prices. That is what is facing us out here right now.
So how can we fix that problem? And we have people in power
And I've said for years, the God-given gift that God gave us, crude. Why don't you take it off, for God's sake? Refine it here. It will drop the number of forex you are looking for. At least crude first, start with it. But Iran, they refuse because they have built capacity in that sector over the years, and they don't want to relinquish, they don't want to take their hands off it. And they are suffering us out here. I'm highly disappointed in this. I didn't vote for him. I like him as a person. I know his credibility as a person. I know his capacity as a person. I did not vote for him. I did not vote for him because of anything. I voted for Shore. I'm saying it again. Even Peter cannot solve the problem because Shore is the audacity. He will have consequence, including putting his mind. He's the only person that I feel the story of this country. I think I'm really disappointed. I respect him very well, but I'm highly deceiving for him to take up some things off the export that they should start them in. You are telling us to bring them in. You may seem to look for forex. Bring them in. I don't know. I don't even know what is driving us. For me,
do you think you can ask the ministers after 6 months if they underperform?
Just at this point,
is he that kind of guy?
I don't know for him again.
All right.
Thank
you. I appreciate it. So, Chris from Ghana here. I earned from Nigeria, and the exchange rate was fair as at August. I paid my daughter Simpson's school fees April. It took me 700 plus, gets 11,300 Ghana cedis, pay her fees. So 700K plus, you got in exchange 11,300 cedis. Now second term fees due this October, and it's 10,500, which is less than 11,300. Then he said he would need 1,050,000 to get 10,500 CDs. So the school fees of the has reduced, but the naira is gone up exponentially. So you need 1,050,000 to pay your daughter's school fees. He believes that right now the exchange naira to Ghana CDs in the black market is about 100 Nigerian naira for one Ghana CD. Boy, oh. Ooh, we need to go to another topic. The telephone lines are blinding. The sunny side. You're listening to Naira Info. Thank you very much for calling. Go ahead.
This is Alfred from Montreal.
Thank you very much for calling.
This month now we made it here now. I'm not called the radio station because of all this. And then before I went, my regards to your sister.
Thank you as well. Thank you.
Joyce, you see, the question you asked, said, can he do it? The answer is no. You cannot do it. Can you do this work you are doing? Now, yes. The very first day I meet you, I know who you are, and I know the end of the day you left there, and you remain the same. The day you enter Nigeria, let the ground run till now that I'm with you. You never make mistakes because you are perfect in what you are doing. I know what you are doing very, very well. You don't need anybody to ask you how to do. If I ask somebody now, what 1 plus 1 is supposed to say, because the person knows that the answer is 2. If you know the person start scratching on his head, don't tell me. If this man knows, do you think that it will be like this? He was $20, 700, 800 as allowance. You enter. Then as a night, 25. Now,
what do you mean 125? Like 1,000, 25,250?
What about 250? Now tell me, instead of you to calm down, start from the school, you know how you will do things. Buying a car of 150 million for one person, giving us billions of dollars for bribe for you to just remain there. What is it for? You see, you people are living in Ireland, well fenced and everything. Come to Ireland or this mainland where we are living, where you'll be seeing your neighbors and everywhere.
We see our neighbors. We do not have any. We don't know for the case of bribery. We can't quite speak on that. You may have your sentiments.
No, yeah. I'm not even going there.
Okay.
No, what I want to say now is here that we know ourselves here. If you come out in the streets here, you cannot come outside for the streets here. You will see children hungry, children, kids crying. If you ask their mother, hey, what do you want me to do? They don't have food, they don't have money. Who has that money now, sir? Did you know that it is now that I know what is pekutu? What is pekutu? That quarter tomato. Now, a family of 3 or 4 will go and buy it as they will use it to measure rice. 2 of it. That is what they will eat that day. Tell me, what are they going to eat next? I know this is happening. And their supporters don't want to call. Now, I've been listening. Let me hear Alakwe, and the Priswa. Let them call. They don't want to call. and so many other of them. You see, for me, I swear it can never affect me. It can never, because I don't believe and I don't depend on them.
All
But
right.
let them know that human beings are suffering. And the case of all these small children, we disturb them all. Joyce, thank you very much.
Very much for calling. I do appreciate it. The Sunny Side Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. What's your name?
Hey, Joyce.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Aki. I'm calling from Sweden.
Welcome, Aki.
I'd like to paint a scenario for you.
Make sure it's
If I
beautiful.
I'll make it beautiful. If I come to your house, knock on your door, you open your door, I give you a slap. Or let me not even start with a slap. Let me say I say your head is not correct, and you laugh it off. I go. The second day I come,
Oh, dear.
I slap your face. You say, why are you like this now? That slap is painful. I go. You did nothing. The next day I'll come with a sledgehammer. Break your head because I know nothing is going to happen. You will do nothing about it. See, Nigerians can pray from now till eternity. Nobody is coming to change Nigeria. When Nigerians are ready, they will take to the streets, regardless of whatever mopo, police, enforcement they throw out there. We will fight for what is ours. See, I spoke to an elderly man one day, and he said this thing is a chain. Like the Nigerian government, they intentionally left the Yahoo boys in quotes now. Because if you read in the news and you see on TV, a large chunk of people that protest to fight for what they want to be done in the country, largely 80% of us are into fraud.
Wait. Did you say 80% of Nigerian youths are in fraud?
Trust me.
Yeah, no, wait, but you don't have that on good authority. Like,
Okay,
your estimation.
I
That
go
would,
to any
oh,
Nigerian-
God. Huh?
Go to any Nigerian street right now. Whether the large chunk of the youth are into your or their limits, they are not catching up yet. See, and that youth are taken or taken as cases was because police are sending them on the road. You can't tell a Nigerian youth that is doing their work right now to take to the streets and fight for their rights. They will look at you like that's stupid. So Nigerians are not ready. Pray from now to nothing will change. See, if that would be been, it would have been worse because this father B will make life horrible for his administration. So if are ready to the streets, kill they can kill.
Why? Hold on. Do you understand how insane that is? Why do you have to kill? Why?
The situation is insane.
Yeah, but you cannot ask another man, like, even for your own conscience, you can't even say that.
Okay, this is what I mean by that.
It doesn't have any other meaning. Killing people, killing no other meaning than killing someone. You can't say, for conscience sake, for the sake of the honor of your own nation, not say that.
George, we face this.
Yeah, but killing you, like, what is that to the next man next street? What does that do?
The ones that will die will die. Those that will remain.
So are you saying people should kill? Is that what you're really trying to defend?
I'm not saying people should keep it. I'm saying the end of this politicians is to call their soldiers, their opposed, carry for truth gas. If they don't listen, we kill them. See, they know Nigerians are ready to die for what they want. That's when this country will change. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
All right. Let's hold for time. Hello, volume of your radio set. Afternoon. It's good to have you here. Thank you for calling on your neighborhood. Real quick, because I need to speak to a few more. Good. Turn the volume of your radio. I'm one the echo. Turn up the volume of your radio set.
I'm not going to
Take me off then. Hurry up. Go ahead.
All right, so I'd like to get a solution. This guy was the last time. At least that's about a solution. From now to whenever we don't complain, we're not going to have any solution. That's what he said in this protest is what you have the right to protest. That's your power in the system. And if we don't use our power to try to do the right thing to benefit the classes, we're just going to be media complaining and shouting this morning. So let's Nigeria ready. We're ready to die for us to do that. If you want to die yourself, fight for your children, yet to be born. Who are going to go through a rough situation? Do this for them. So let's come back into our right. We go and protest against this. I think we need these politicians understand to make a change for them. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's talk about solution, not just complaining. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Solutions. Remember, the power is in the hands of those on your economy. Hello. Afternoon, speak for us, okay? Good night.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Good to have you.
I just want to portray the point these people make. That's the only solution we need in this country. Let me do a scenario. I went to because I live in the outlet, but I have a place in Ojo. I marry go once in a while. Last weekend, a couple I know, the wife not going to help me the compound this time around. So there's just a bed about 4 years and one Caribbean. So I asked him after that 4 years, he told me that they have taken her to motherless baby home. I said they can't sit down. I said, why can't you take it to the village where you are, maybe any of the village? She said they don't have. He doesn't have parents. If you see how this lady, I just saw her last in April. When I saw her this time, if you see how she was looking. So it gets me thinking, because sometimes I feel that this, our elites and the politicians, I don't know whether they have, there is something they have against this populace of this country. I think they are I think they are very, very, because the act of wickedness is out of this world. There is something they're aiming at, because people are dying, and they know people are dying. When you don't eat and you don't have hope, not one day, not 2 days, not even a week, it's very, very few people can survive it. I just have a very strong, feeling that they have a conspiracy against the citizens of this country. And just, it's unfortunate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There's a message here. He says, Madam Joyce, good afternoon. Your argument with the last caller prompted me to write. It is very true that 80% or even more Nigerian youths, even adults, are into fraud, or they are learning it due to the unbearable life living in the country. This is from Akonwajo. Your name is Okete God. Okute God. Okute, yeah, that's it. Okute God. So I don't think it's 80%. Now, I don't have the figures. I don't have the statistics. I don't want to believe that it is 80%. It would be a tragedy. I think it's 80%. It would be hell if it's actually 80%. So maybe this is me clinging desperately to the hope that it's not 80%. Because the sunny side, Nigeria Info. Welcome, what's your name? Turn up the volume of your radio set real quick. I have a lot of people who would like to speak.
Yes, Joyce.
Yes.
The issue of whether they have up to 80% of youths engaged in fraud is not rocket science.
It's not 80% though.
Yeah, it's not even the youths. Let's say 80% of Nigerians are into fraud. Let me tell you why. From the politicians, from the federal level to the state level to the local government level, they're all into fraud.
Yo.
When you see, let me tell you, politicians, those holding public office, they read themselves public funds. What do you call that? When you see people who are supposed to be leaders, who are supposed to think for us, for the society, and the masses, see them enrich us at the expense of the masses, freezing collective patrimony and treasury, money abroad in dollars, when outside the country. What is that? Not fraud. The country is a fraud itself. Those in this country are fraudsters. Damn it. So what do you see the youth doing now? Okay, we have our hand on the coffers. Let us do it here. That is what's happening.
Yeah, but you see, you're saying when you say that we're ruling the country of fraudsters, you're making a statement that requires legal interpretation, except you're speaking in a non-legal term. Because if a person has no legal court judgment, for example, to certify them or prove that they have been fraudulent, well, it would be out of character for you to say that they're fraudulent.
Well, I'm speaking from a non-legal context.
I'm implying that their conduct and the allowance of corruption within the society.
Okay, what do you explain the situation of institutions where how much has been expended, for instance? How much has this country, how much has been expended or fixed the power supply in this country? What has happened? Our national refinery before that have been expended or trying to refine them. What has happened? And many others begging for answer.
Well,
most of the people you have in the cabinet today, I think they have questions to answer. The truth is that the country itself. That is the answer.
Well, that's a little difficult for all Nigerians, well-meaning, whether they're political elite politicians or just good old civilians who just love the country and want a country to live in. Be hard on what makes life difficult for the average Nigerian. But one can extend some consideration to the import of your statement, particularly where we don't get to punish. There's obviously fraud within society. There's a tendency that, yeah, it continues. And then this ridiculous statement of the sheer possibility that we have, you can't even have 40% of Nigerian youth be in fraud or into fraud. Like 50% would be hell. And someone is saying 70%, and someone is corroborate that. Okay, let's for the sake of what's the collective set, not say that 50% or 10% of Nigerians are into fraud. Let's not say that. Because one, that's inaccurate. That's inaccurate. Nigeria Info. This is what you know.
Yeah, Joy.
Thank you very much for calling. Tell me your name. Afternoon to you.
My name is man.
Welcome, Ayo. Thank you for calling.
You know what I'll tell you, Joy?
What?
My brother to LPG business, cooking gas. After Friday, 20 metric tons of the cooking gas sold 14.5 million. Friday, Joy. Yeah. After this morning, Same 20 messages on now means 16.1 million. Are you getting me?
I'm listening. Yeah.
What was so the same quantity was 14.5 million weeks a day, Friday. The same quantity was day 16.1 million for 20 metric ton of cooking gas.
That means
So what that means is that it will get a point that people will be able to even cook in gas anymore. The government should let and do the right thing now. People blaming. If you ever come, let's not shout out to the people representing us. I'm not happy that I'm doing from people this morning. Nigeria is becoming something else.
Yeah.
That's just what I want to
Thank you. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. So fuel prices have told me that at least between yesterday and today, fuel prices are up, maybe in some areas, and this call is saying that gas prices are gone up. I can't afford one conversation for commercial break. This is my call. Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Hello, John.
Yes, thank you. Please, let's give it to someone. Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Hello, I'm go back. I cannot paint my anger.
Oh, please, thank you. Ooh, please, thank you for saying that, and thank you for choosing to call back. You are about to blow up the whole place. Yeah, you have a minute, real quick.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. 1 minute.
We just have to be honest about the question. Can we cover this nonsense? Nigerians are the ones that cannot be government officials. When Nigerians are to make the thing, the ones will be unmovable. Nigerians must move it.
Thank you. Very cool. We're off the break. We'll be right back to 9.3 with Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. 20 minutes past 2 p.m.
The closing date of the I Beg to Differ debate auditions has now been extended. Secondary school students from the age of 13 to 16 can compete for the grand prize of 1 million naira.
It's more than 80% youths into fraud. Recently, our driver resigned to go and join them in 4 months. Join them in 4 months' time. He bought a small car. Tell me, why can't they grow in number? We're in trouble and everybody should be very careful. This is Mr. Oga. Thank you very much for your message. I do appreciate. And I also must state at this point that in about a few minutes, we have a pre-recorded program, which should be about 12, 15 minutes, I would say. So the sun should set in about 10 minutes from now, 12 minutes from now. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Then it allows us a little bit more time to speak to our friends who are on the telephone lines, and I'm reading messages. It is so good to hear Nigerians speak up and determine that they all collectively must hold lawmakers, ministers, president, governors accountable for what appears to be a dwindling reality. It's as though the future almost fades away, given that it's difficult for you to see it from where you stand. 0700 993 993 993 and 014657190. My name's Joyce. It's good to have you join the conversation this afternoon. We're live streaming on the internet, so you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Nigeria Info FM, Nigeria Info 99.3. And yes, you can please leave us a comment. I'd like to read from you. Hello, the sunny side.
Oh, good afternoon, Joyce.
Good to have you. Please turn up the volume of your radio set, and then you tell us your name. You can go ahead.
Sorry, okay, I'll do it. You know?
Yes, I can. Thank you. It's better.
Okay, better, man. It's nice talking to you because
to
I've
hear
been
from
trying
you.
to reach you while driving. It's been a lovely program this afternoon, but
Thank
you know, back to all the questions, all the callers. You know, I've listened to quite a few of them, and a lot of people have quite a lot of things that people have had opinions. But for me, this makes, you know, from day one, it does seem like they don't look like they would ever got it right. It's not looking.
Why do you feel so?
From day one, I think for me, they haven't done things the way I expected, or no, I wasn't expecting. I suppose, or the way I would have just done this. From day one, it has been from one shoe to another, from one. And you know, so it does not use it won't blinking. It does not look like the solution to them. They are not even looking. They are even capable of solving it because the same current president campaigned grossly against the incumbent. Then, which is Mama Buhari. He said, and I watched videos of saying, "Oh, in Yoruba, and they increase the fuel price. So don't worry, they increase. Don't worry when I come in. And you know, it's almost 5 months. Number one, after the office things are not looking good.
Yeah, you may need some time. Maybe this requires time.
Yeah, of course, it does need time. But you know, Yoruba will say, "Hey, I'm coming to see this. Yoruba, Saturday, don't mama that. Hey, you know tomorrow going to be better. You know, you see signs. So it's not even like, I don't know. From the ministry, everything, even from the Senate president, everything looks like on choice already. It's so obvious.
Do you think the president asks ministers to leave office if they underperform in sectors? Do you think he's that kind of guy?
Pardon, get the message?
Do you think the president will ask ministers to leave office if they underperform in 6 months?
I don't know. I cannot answer for you.
Thank you.
This same cabinet that's like a sort of composition looks like a party cabinet. A lot of people put in the cabinet are people from one way or the other supported his ambition and supported his presidency, just looking for a way to compensate them with their efforts. It's yours. Look at the choice of our Senate president, man. So far, you know, even if he's there for 8 years, it's obvious he's the worst Senate president Nigeria would ever. Obviously.
Yeah, but you can judge him if he's proven himself.
No,
if he's the worst, if he's barely started.
No. See, you see, his co-senators. That's like one of the senators was even, you know, from my first one, I kept him like, you know, this guy is just cheating on babies and
but conflicts happen. That's not enough to totally cast the whole.
Of course, maybe it might be political because a lot of people have their different choices.
It might even just be a little disagreement in point of view. It might not really be that deep.
Having those sessions, the real media, all of it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to I used to be advocate this night. I so love this country because I know a lot of things. Personally, for me, I have 80% of my family's abroad. I have never for one day. But you know, lately the past 2 years now, man, I've been dawning on me like, man, it seems I made the wrong choice because I will tell my contact you have to become an average family. But you know, it's dawning on me like, man, I did wrong choice already. And I used to blog country. I used to be like, why do you want to live? Why I'm doing? I'm acting as if I'm back to the question of 80%. A lot of come to my street. You can't get out without paying at different functions. Tell me, every time I'm employed, what do you expect them to do? If they don't engage you, engage in stealing fraud. What do you expect them to survive? Today, I spend about 4,000 naira just to some around when you babu, you pay 100, you pay 1,000. You know, how do you expect? You just have to read the people around. If you don't, maybe the only one you want to do.
Thank you very much for calling. Yeah, I appreciate it. Oh, the sunny side. Welcome to the show. What's your name? You can
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good chat. Thank you very much.
I did again, and
me start from this. See, in history, that's what they call and geography, Bermuda Triangle. That's the only what I call triangle because they don't have compass and foresight. 1:55 p.m. 1st of March, I told you that President, I know that 1999, 2007, I see him for that place where they collect my people ticket, Yaba. The man is mentally down. Sister, today, my club, Atom, Planet is contained at 40 feet with 12 million motor parts. Majority of people that are important in the auto industrial estate are shut down. Sister, I never gone over 1 week. This is the first time in my life, after 43 years and 6 months, that Nigeria is showing a better. Sister, let me tell you, Nigerians are demanding and dying. And somebody want to buy 160 million car for lawmaker that only what I achieved was to stop the law that will make Nigeria to smoke Igbo or to make my sister that married to come and collect my papa land. That is only 2 things they did for 1999. And you are bringing them 160 million. They don't respect us. They don't care. They don't mind us. But I want to talk a word for you. There is a limit to what army can shoot. Now, you have learned lesson. Sister, they tell her that when they shoot us, we will shoot them.
Oh, no.
Make her tell you my mind.
Please. Oof. There's a message here. Stroll to the mainland, Egbeda, Akonwojo, Satellite Town, Festac, Ikotun, and environs. Ask people around you. You may just agree that 80% of Nigerian youths are into fraud. Lord have mercy. For some very weird reason, it does quite appear that quite a number of Nigerians are agreeing, or at least I'll say they echo the sentiment that we have that many, or say maybe more youths are into fraud. And that would be, I don't know why I think I don't want to accept it. Well, for sure, I don't have data to back that up, but I think it's terrifying a concept to even nearly begin to accept, even as a concept. So I'm hoping it's wrong. I mean, I'm not saying that there are not people into fraud. I'm not saying that youths are not into fraud. I'm saying that the number is what's alarming. The sunny side, you're on Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. What's your name?
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling. Good afternoon to you.
Joyce, how was your weekend?
Good, thank you. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
This is happiness for me, Kudu.
Good.
Yes, Joyce, it's painful when you have leaders that don't feel your pain. You have leaders that don't understand your language. You have leaders that they behave like this country, they're in a different world entirely. You know, and you ask for solutions when we are actually tired.
Well, more
so
like someone says that the president is that kind of guy who has the grit to ask ministers to leave, even underperform. And maybe that's exactly what Nigeria needs right now. The question is, do Nigerians have enough faith in the president to say, well, we trust you and waiting on you to act? Do you think the president... Okay.
We don't trust any of them. We don't trust. If they can... I don't know if they bought the car for the lawmakers. This is not nice. People are dying. Nigerians, at least give them food to eat. You are buying cars. It shows that you are not willing to sacrifice. You don't even understand the pain of your people. So why are they there? Joyce, in fact, the solution is in our hands. It's in our hands. When we are all tired, every one of us, we are all tired. We know what to do. I think for now we are not tired. We are still enjoying it. But when we are tired, we know the right thing to do. Enjoy your day, Joyce.
Can I afford one more conversation before commercial break? Hello, make it back. Well, I'm not sure about you making it back because we have a recorded program. The volume of your radio set, we're Nigeria Info.
This is Usman, calling for Balade.
Turn off the volume of your radio set, Usman. Thank you very much for calling.
We Nigeria, we like to talk more. We talk. That's why we talk for Buhari. Buhari do 8 years in left. We continue to say talk. Nigeria stand up and do the needful.
Let me ask you, don't you think this president needs time to prove himself? What do you think about that? Don't you think the president needs time? Don't you think the president needs time to prove himself?
Hello? Which time?
Well...
APC, they are there already. They are the one that Buhari hand over to Tinubu.
Yeah, but I mean this administration, do you think this administration needs time? I mean, I know it's crazy, but...
Madam, government is continuing. Because APC is there before. Where APC took over for PDP,
They complain say the PDP destroy the country, destroy the country. Okay, now the APC is there and they continue for body because the ruling.
Yeah.
So there's no say give up any time.
All right.
Because the hello.
Yeah.
Because the body is this Tinubu that big body, so he know everything. He's their national leader. So that time is to give anybody time.
All right. I'm going to say thank you very much. I'm off on a break. I want to appreciate your commentary.
Okay.
Thank you. Ladies, we're off on a break. We'll be right back. 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. Don't go anywhere.